Chapter 13 of Mark. And as he was making his way out of the temple area, one of his disciples said to him, "Look, teacher, what stones and what buildings!" Jesus said to him, "Do you see these great buildings? There will not be a stone left upon another that will not be torn down." As he was sitting in the Mount of Olives opposite of the temple area, Peter, James, John, and Andrew asked him privately, "Tell us, when will this happen, and what sign will there be when all these things are about to come to an end?" Jesus began to say unto them, "See that no one deceives you. Many will come in my name, saying, I am he, and he will deceive many. But when you hear of wars and reports of wars, do not be alarmed. Such things must happen. But it will not be yet the end. Nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there'll be earthquakes, and from place to place there'll be famines. And these are the beginnings of the labor pains. Watch for yourselves. They'll hand you over to the courts. You'll be beaten in synagogues. You'll be arraigned before the governors and kings because of me, and as a witness before them. But the gospel must be first be preached to all nations. When they lead you away and hand you over, do not worry beforehand about what you are to say, but say whatever will be given to you at the hour, for it will not be you who are speaking, but the Holy Spirit. Brother will hand over brother to death, and the father and his brother will hand over brother to death, and his father his children, and his father his child. Children will rise up against parents and have them put to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but the one who perseveres to the end will be saved. When you see the desolating abomination standing where it should not, let the reader understand. Oh, okay. Let the reader understand, that's us. Then those in Judea must flee to the mountains, and a person on the housetop must not go down or enter and get anything out of his house, and a person in the field must not return to get his cloak. Woe to the pregnant women and nursing mothers in those days. Pray that this does not happen in winter. For those times will have tribulation such as not been seen. For those times will not have tribulations such as not been since the beginning of God's creation until now, nor there'll ever be. If the Lord has not shortened these days, no one will be saved. Ooh, this is a new line, actually. I don't remember this from Matthew. If the Lord had not shortened these days, no one would be saved, but for the sake of the elect whom he chose, he did shorten the days. If anyone says unto you, look here is the Messiah, look here he is, do not believe it. False messiahs and false prophets will rise and perform signs and wonders in order to mislead, if that were possible, the elect. Be watchful. I have told you all. Be watchful. I have told it all to you beforehand. But in those days, after the tribulation, the tribulation, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not given its light. But in those days, after the tribulation, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. And the stars will fall down from the sky, and the stars will fall down from the sky, and the clouds and in the heavens be shaken. And they'll see, and then they'll see the Son of Man coming to the clouds with great power and glory. And then he will send out angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the end of the earth, from the end of the sky. Learn a lesson from the fig tree. When its branch becomes tender and sprouts leaves, know that the summer is near. And the same way, when you see these things happening, know that he is near at the gates. Amen, I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all these things have taken place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But on that day, 1 or hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Be watchful, be alert. You do not know when the time will come. It's like a man traveling abroad. He leaves home and places the servants in charge, each with his work, and he orders the gatekeeper to be on watch. Watch everything. Watch, therefore, you do not know when the Lord of his house is coming, whether in the evening or at night or at the cockcrow of the morning. May he not come suddenly and find you sleeping. Oh, this is actually kind of different from Matthew. What I say to you, I say to all. Watch. It's a little bit it's similar, but it says a little bit different. Like I said, that each of the four apostles or whatnot, each of the four companions, have different vocabularies. They have different speech patterns and whatnot, different personalities. So therefore, they explain things in different formats. Okay, so this is gonna be chapter 14 next. Should we go for it? My brain's really feeling frazzled right now. I think we should go for it. Chapter 14, let's go to... Okay, so thank you for watching our show. Have yourselves a lovely evening. I'm going to go down for some noms. Actually, no,